record. All right, we're back with the next one, the 2K crossover, and we got a huge guest for y'all. I've been teasing it for
Yes,
a minute.
sir.
I'm talking about a league champion. I'm talking about a league MVP. Still one of the best in the 2K league till this day, and one of the biggest, if not the biggest trash talker I've seen on the comp scene. I ain't gonna front with y'all, man. We got Bear the Beast. Of course, you know your boy Brutal Sim on the scene, Wicked and Mean, and you know I ain't introducing these guys, man. Man, introduce yourself, man.
Jay.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing today, man. Y'all not about to get me again, man. You're not gonna get me again. Look,
What are you talking about?
y'all, huh?
Three,
What are you talking
two,
Nah,
about?
one.
no, man,
Pause
no,
inbound.
man, nah,
Let
ain't
me
no
get
pause
into
coming
it,
today,
man.
man. Y'all done got me the last 3 episodes. It's not
Mm.
happening. All right,
Damn,
but yeah,
bro.
y'all know it is, man. Y'all know it is. You just go. It's right here. Link down in the description or some. All that good stuff. Holla at your boy. No pause zone. That's right.
No pause zone. What's good, y'all? Thank you so much for tuning in to this next episode of the 2K Crossover Report. Special guest, Bear the Beast. Man, Bear, what's good, bro? Introduce
What
yourself, Bear. Tell the
what's
people who
up
you
with
are.
you, man? I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate y'all for giving me some time to stop by, man. I appreciate you guys and y'all big
Mm-hmm.
time, so I appreciate it. But I'm Bear the Beast, man. NBA 2K League player. Do a couple other things on the side we might could talk about, but that's pretty much it, man. NBA 2K League champ. I do the 2K thing pretty hard. And it's a little content trying to get like y'all, trying to grow, trying to be like y'all, but that's about it.
No doubt, man. Make sure and follow his channel, man. The link will be in the description. He's a great content creator. If y'all want to learn a lot about the comp scene or just playing the right way, he got it there for y'all as well, man. So let's start off with this. Man, how long you been playing 2K, my G?
Man, to be honest with you, from just from so my experience with 2K, right? The competitive side of it, these guys 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I get to sit with a group of guys a little older, so I know y'all remember 2K coming out on the Dreamcast.
Oh,
A lot
hell
of people
yeah.
they don't remember that. They don't remember that. They don't remember the 2K coming out on the Dreamcast. I remember now I remember going to go get it from the mall. We went and bought 2K with Iverson on the cover from Dreamcast. So I've been playing it since then. We
Ooh.
hopped on the 2K wave a little later and then got back on the 2K by 7, 8, but yeah, the Dreamcast days, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Bro.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them really don't remember that. And what's your
Yeah.
favorite 2K? What's your favorite 2K, man?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite, man. See, it's- I don't know if I can go with a favorite because I play it so much that no matter
Mm-hmm.
what it is, I gotta like it because I gotta make that's how I make my money. So it don't matter what it is,
Yeah.
I gotta kind of like the game. Favorite, the one I most had, like the fun, I could probably say like 17 or 18. 18 got super cheesy, but everybody was cheesy, so I
Yeah.
I kind of liked it. But that 17, 18, I like that era.
Interesting.
All right. It's 18. A lot of people, they're not going to like that
Yeah, they're
one.
not gonna like that, bro. Man, that's like for me, one of the worst.
18, I think 18 people think it's one of the worst.
So tell me,
Man.
tell me why y'all don't what y'all like about 18?
To
It
be,
was
yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
bro.
So
No, yeah. Yeah.
for me, 18 wasn't necessarily bad, but I think 18 dropped when Fortnite was in its peak. So it just
Mm.
gave us a next option. So the slightest thing we felt that was wrong with 18, we just was, all right, let's
Gotcha.
It
go
was
with this.
blown out of proportion, you think?
I mean, so I
Yeah.
think 18 probably didn't get a fair shot, in my opinion. What are y'all thoughts on that, y'all?
Nah, I got the fair shot and failed. So I feel, man. Nah, man. There was a problem with blow bys and stuff like that. I think that was the first
Yeah,
year that we
bro.
started experiencing
Yep.
the bad catch animations. Just a lot of little goofy stuff. It was the year that we made a transition from the old neighborhood, excuse me, the old style of 2K into a new
Yeah,
neighborhood.
a
We had the
market. Yeah.
kiosk for the t-shirts, which was probably the dopest part of 2K18, which I thought was dope, but that went down the drain. Maybe you're right. Maybe not a absolute fair shake, especially right after that, getting 19 and 20. Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
right.
mm,
I got to play point guard. So when I was
mm.
5 out and the blue buys was fun to me. Like it was,
I got you.
yeah. So that was
Hmm.
so that was my experience from it. And then in the
Hmm.
Jay shaking
Hmm.
your head, talk to me.
Yeah, because we
Nah, man,
hated that.
because I was cool. I was cool with
Mm,
that part. The thing that I hated the most about 18, it wasn't but the two things I really hated the most about 18. It was BB and shooting over people. If you could be, I was a seven. Well, I was a
mm,
7-3. What's the highest
Yeah,
you can be?
yeah,
7-3. I was a
yeah.
mm,
7-3 center just shooting the ball. I didn't care if somebody was right there or not.
mm.
And then I made the Gary Payton bill, and that joke was just fast, man. Like, man, me and Brute had fun on that joint, man, because he had a slashing shot creator and a shot creating
Did have
slasher.
fun.
Yeah, remember that?
And then I had
Yeah.
the two-way playmaker, man. We just was laughing most of the time on that game.
Yeah.
We wasn't a whole lot of taking it seriously. And maybe that's what made it good, because a lot of people nobody was really taking the game seriously back then, because the league, that was the first year of the league. And so it wasn't even in its infancy. It wasn't even created yet. Everybody thought they were going, oh, I can play 2K. I'm gonna go to the league. And then, they didn't understand the game behind the game and stuff back then. And then I think 18 might have been where after 18, everybody tried to get super serious. But 18 was probably the last one where you could just go out there, have fun. People didn't care about their records. They had your win percentage right there when you played somebody. Oh, he a 200 win percent. We can play around this game, stuff like that. So I think it had a lot of good things, but I shouldn't have been able to shoot over people with a 7-3, with an 85 3 ball, an 88 3 ball. I had something. It was something dumb, man. I ain't care. And
Y'all can tell the difference from the like. I don't know if that's what you meant, but like for me, like with the 2K league, like you said, it's been a league first year from 18. Y'all could tell a difference in the scene of 2K since then, or no? From being like y'all could tell a difference of seriousness from the play.
Oh,
Seriousness.
yes, for
Seriousness
sure.
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure. I think that the comp scene got way, it got way more aggressive. I should say that.
That never even crossed my mind till y'all just said that. Like it never even.
Well, we had 2K16, and there was it was 2K was making a transition. So, we had the gameplay in itself where 16, 17, you had pure playmakers shooting from half court.
Right.
And, as it was around the 18, 19 stage that they started making those transitions, you know what I mean? So the gameplay changed in itself as well, which probably led to more
Right.
seriousness.
And I never studied that until you mentioned it. For real.
Yeah.
So then it was
Remember?
mostly park. Everybody used to park, and people used to run up on people in park, but it was just like not that serious, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're right on that one.
18 hit, well, and it was a whole different thing. I ain't gonna lie though, but see, in 17, I would say, if I ain't mistaken, because I used to watch a lot. I watched Pro-Am back in 17 and stuff too. And I remember you playing with you used to play with Island Gang, right?
Yep.
Slay Island, them guys.
Yep.
And like when you came on in 19 was your first year, or 20 was your first year in the league? No.
League. I came in the second year, so I think it was
Second year, so it was 19.
Yeah.
So when you came in and you was playing, I was like, yo, I already knew who you were, but a lot of people didn't know who you were. And so I was like, and I guess it must have just been an age thing that you went in there the first year, because I was like, it ain't nowhere in the world, if, and all due respect, if some of the guys off your team made it, it ain't nowhere in hell you shouldn't have made it the first year. So I figured, I'm not throwing no shots at nobody. I'm just saying I've been around that long. So I was like, I don't even understand this. And then, I was like, maybe it had to be age or something. Was it age related? You just went old enough?
So people don't even know this. And so it's the politics behind it, right? A lot of people are like, man, why you ain't playing high school? Because old buddy daddy was the coach. Well, somebody, like one of the coaches told me, like, it was like the first year. So the first year they actually told me, from now that I'm in the league and I got some years, and they told me, like, the first year, this ain't even on public record. Nobody from the uppers that even tell me this. They're still shy away from this conversation. But at this point, it don't hurt too much for me to say it. But it's when I first got into the league, like I was like I think I was a little too rough around the edges as far as some of the things I would say, the way I would go with people and talk trash. And
I don't know. I can go with that.
Yeah. So I don't know if they thinking like, man, we about to put X amount of dollars behind this league, and they wanted it. They
want, if it's new,
they want liabilities.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. And I think that's what they looked at me as a liability. And it was and the first season they told me, because it was only 3 players out of the whole combine out of like 73,000 people that averaged over 40, and I was one of the 3. And I had a really good like the win
was one of them too, wasn't he?
Yep, Chalk and J Money. Yep, that's it. Us 3. Me, Chalk, and J Money, my head coach now. So that was us 3.
Yeah.
And but it was now they told me from a personality issue, like it was too much of a risk. And then as soon as I get in the next year, off the very first video they make of me on stage, they got their first 100K like viral moment for the league, and they like, well, maybe this dude ain't such of an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Then they ran with it. So that was it though.
Okay, so that makes a whole
Super
lot of
dope.
sense because I was just like, I had a like me from the background, I had a problem with it because see, I thought it was something else. I was like, well, I'm thinking that had to be age, but I'm just like, yo, it ain't no way that some other guys made it, and you cool with those guys, and they ain't vouch for you or something like that, and I'm just like, see, that's when the outside the streets came at me. I'm like, it ain't no way that you can make it, and they ain't vouch for my man. And then like I wouldn't even. You can't even talk to me no more if you don't vouch for me. And we'd have been winning championships together and stuff. So, but then I thought about it, and I was like, had to be a good reason. So I'm glad we got some clarity on that one because I've been wondering that for the last 6 years or whatever it was. Because I was mad for you. So
I appreciate it, but now that was me. I was wilding. It was same stuff we know about. Somebody challenge you, man. I was just going like, let's ban for whatever you want to do. You want to play for 1,000? You want to play 5,000? How you want to do it? But if I get on camera and I show you 5,000, like, and then the dudes like me and Chaka getting into it. Chaka tell me like, man, you ain't gonna we ain't gonna middle like he like you ain't gonna send 5,000 across the internet, and I'm like. But his address was going across the online. So I'm like, boy, you ain't gonna burn me for no 5. I pull up to Florida for 5. Like you ain't gonna. So once you start talking about stuff like that, like, then they like them folks like, man, then I be joking around saying stuff with like, so when you start, it was certain things that I shouldn't have been doing. But when them CEOs and them people who put we ain't taking a chance on that boy. That boy told me, and it would have never got that serious with well, I ain't gonna we're the middleman the money, but once they start hearing stuff like that, they're like, it's dead. It's over with.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
You gotta love
it's not just about the skill, man. You gotta look at a lot of we invested a lot of money on this person.
So did you find a balance there, Bear? Did you find like what do you say, a fair compromise between your personality and how you're known to be, and balancing
that's
out
it.
them?
That's it. You're absolutely right. So it's a game to it. Same way we play 2K to figure out the game to 2K and figure out every single year how to do the animations, the new jump shots. Same way you figure that out. Everything me personally, I look at life like that. So with the content creation, so they didn't like that side. They like content, but they ain't like that aggressive side of the content. So let's just switch the game, switch it up. Let's adjust to it and then attack it from that standpoint. So yeah, that's it. It's the same mode, same model.
Nice.
Fair enough. I want to ask you this, man. Like, how much hours do you put into this game a day? Man?
Good question.
Oh, let me restructure. Like, what's your daily regimen? Like,
so actually, off season is more of a to be honest with you, off season is more of a grind. So off season is when the game drop, we're on it, right? We're on it. So typical day might look like the schedule ended up getting messed up because you start staying up more and more and more, and the more you see, if you see somebody else good, now you got to learn what they doing. It's copycat. But of
course,
when it dropped, we're probably on it. Pros probably on it 14, 18 hours a day. So it's every day, and it's just we own it, we're grinding, and we're doing that for months at a time. And whether that's on stream, off stream, or on a buddy account, on your account, because sometimes people might be like, man, I look at your hours and your hours don't match up to this, but they might not even know I done spent just as much time on somebody else's account because I tried out a 6'2" build with 98 3 ball. He tried out a 6'3" with a 97. So instead of me making another build, I'm gonna just try bros out, and we're gonna swap out. But yeah, it's probably when it first come out, and then it kind of dialed back to a good irregular shift, 8-10 hours on it. You play 5 days a week.
I had no idea. Wow.
And that's why we tell people when they talk about comp versus casual, I'm like, you're not willing to put in that type of time.
It's a different monster.
Gonna make it.
There's a ton of players out there who feel like they could sit in Bear to be seat right now. And they play a part.
Yeah, you're right. We see it a lot. Like it's people that, man, I just had a conversation with a dude. Right before I came on, having a conversation with a dude. I'm in the parking garage, and he was telling me he's a superstar in the league, and I'm like, bro, you got 500 followers on every platform, and he telling me like I'm about to blow up. I could do it. He telling me he could do what y'all do, right? And I'm like, it sound good, and if it's that easy, go show me, baby, go do it. Because that grind, that consistency, and the time you put in. You can't skip that part. Ain't no shortcuts in that part. So everybody feel like that though. Everybody feel like they can sit in my seat, and I'm cool with it because it's do what you do. But it's some work that's got to come behind that as well. Like if you get here, congratulations, and I know you. If you get here, I know you deserved it.
I think part of it is like it's the same thing as where everybody think they can go to the league and score those 15 points. I'm talking about the the real NBA. They had the things. You think you can go in if you had a whole game, they think they can score 15. They don't understand you might not get a shot off.
Right.
And it's like everybody think that they can go out there and go to like they had a thing where you get 10 cracks to get 5 yards rushing the ball in the NFL, and they're like, bro, you get hit the first time, you might not even be able to run second time. You don't realize how slow you are, how your reaction time is not on point, and all this. So I think that's the thing with you guys. That everybody feels like that this is what you're doing right here. They think you're just pressing buttons. They think you're just pressing buttons. They don't understand the cerebral part of it. And that's the part, like you said, they want to skip and get to the front of the line. So they thinking skip and get to the front of the line. I just pull up on Barry and beat him when he playing with bombs. And my homeboy, I forgot, I can't think what his name is, a Spanish fellow, man. That dude be killing me, man. That always run with you.
Calabasas?
Yeah, Calabasas, yeah.
Yeah.
That when Calabasas running point guard, that's when they want to try to pull up and you playing something else. And it's like, just like you said, the hard part is you cannot skip all the hours that I put in and the level of consistency that I have brought to the table all these years, because that's the only thing that separates pros from amateurs. Amateurs, we practice until we get it right. Pros practice until I can't get it wrong. So like the beginning of the year, when you guys shooting the ball, and the ball is not going in, but you're doing the exact same thing. And this time it goes in 4 times, but because I had I was one tick tired. This time I took one more dribble. This time I shot the ball the same way. It didn't go in, and then
that right there. What you speaking on them small things? I promise. I wasn't on this. Watch this. This is notes, right? This is just from the last. Look. This is from the last game. So this is notes on my matchup from the. This real time. I ain't planning to show y'all this. That's me on my matchup who I'm about to go play. But it's different, man. That level is like you say. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm in practice today. That difference between 75% stamina and shooting it compared to 70%, I need to take 1,000 jump shots on that to master that. I'm gonna take that just so I can hit that. I'm gonna shoot 1,000 of them so I can shoot that one time in a game. It might not I just need that one time to go in all season. So it's a different monster, man. It's different. The league is different.
Is the expectation there for you? Like, is this expected from the higher ups, or is this just your work ethic?
Right. So it's different. Different people got different crafts. They do different things. So I'm not the biggest dribble head. So mine come from a mental aspect. So the dude who in the dribble heads might lab dribbling 3-4 hours a day. So where I might only lab 30 minutes to an hour, but I'm gonna go break down film every day for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. So whatever you do though, it's expected at the highest level.
Wow.
Whatever you do, you gotta. And if you don't do it, it's a revolving door. Like it's a lot of 2K players that think they can get in the league, and if you come in half stepping, they'll get you out of there. Yeah, it's a different monster though for sure.
I think that separates you as a pro player, man. Like that's why I like to watch you. I've been a fan of yours, and just
appreciate.
I could see you play under that IQ. Like you really think the game. It's a chess game to you every time. Right. Exactly. So that's one thing that really stood out to me, man. One thing I want to ask you, do you y'all ever try to push for 2K to have the league build in the game? Like at launch?
I'm man, the stuff that y'all, a lot of the stuff that y'all probably think about. So when I'm watching y'all hear some certain topics, certain stuff can never hit the fan, right? I can never go public with information, but I'm doing the background is they saying, man, like you said, they say you give the dude, can you get 15 rushing yards on 5 attempts in the NFL? Can you get 15 points in the NBA if they throw you out there? So when they see me missing a corner, they don't even know that I don't got no Gatorade boost, I ain't got no jump shot boost. I'm playing at a higher difficulty level than rec or pro-am. So my thing is like, let them touch it, let them feel it. So when you see League of Legends, when you see Call of Duty, a lot of that is the same game. So I'm pushing, put it on retail. put it, and then they don't even know that they done my bills down. So the thresholds that everybody make when y'all go make y'all bills, we're gonna do 98 3 ball for Hall of Fame Agent 3, or we're gonna do 96 for Limitless. Like our bills ain't even gonna touch the threshold. So it's different, and they make it harder because it's once people, and then when you get into the league, man, people slaving the game, man. They like, bro, we practice 6 days a week. We practice 6 days a week, and we get 1 day off, and it's just go for the next 6 months. It's 2K. That's all we know is 2K. It's on go. But I'm one of the biggest advocates for we need to play on the same game everybody else play on. And that it also helps people to get into the league because now we can see like, oh, you sneaking it. Yo, you in the league, but you don't deserve that spot. Oh, buddy, that Hillbilly 32 deserve
I
it.
see some people in the league, they were shining before. After they go there, it's like they mute.
Yeah. It's different, man. But I'm one of the guys that push for that. I want to see it. And maybe it was supposed to get closer every year. So we'll see what that look like. And it's a lot of that stuff be out the players' hands.
Yeah.
And I think go ahead, you can go.
And I was gonna say, do you think at the beginning of this year that it was closer to the league bill than it has ever been, with a lot of people just feeling like they just couldn't get it right? Do you feel like it was close to the league bill? Do you feel like it was overkill the way that it was? Because at the beginning of the year, it almost felt like they were like, damn it, you point guard's gonna pass the ball this year. That's what you're going to do. If you was catching the ball, if you was coming off of something, or coming off of a screen or anything like that, it was water. But if you were a point guard dribbling or doing any type of move, you just weren't going to be able to shoot the basketball until a couple of patches in. So do you feel like that was closer to the league bill, or do you feel like that was overkill?
And you talking about like retail? You talking about this beginning of retail?
Yeah,
so hear me out. So let's say last year, last year league bill felt similar to the beginning of this year's retail. So that's what when you see people missing open, that's what they're experiencing, right? So when they missing open, is that green window ain't as big, and they made it. They got, like you said, they got tired of a lot of stuff. So they ain't gonna let you do that. So then now that this year league bill, they gonna take that and then make that even harder, if that makes sense. So we're gonna play it on the beginning. We're gonna play on a harder version than that, and it's just. I think they're trying to get closer to that, but yeah, this retail version was the closest I done seen to what we get to play on the league bill, and a lot of casuals don't like it. And if I'm a casual, if I only got 2 hours to play a day, an hour to play a day, I don't want to spend $100 on my bill that can't shoot. I don't want that. I don't want no smoke with that.
And I agree with you on that. I felt like that's what a lot of people felt. I didn't really have a whole lot of problems with it because I'm a catch and shoot person. I don't dribble the ball at all. Like it just don't happen. I just pass the ball and get it back and I shoot it. So I know I didn't have a whole lot of issues with it. And I didn't have issues with it once they kept it consistent, but when they just kept changing, felt like they kept sliding, kept moving it like it was a sliding scale. Is that how it feels in the league sometimes? Like where they try to make it feel more like at the beginning of the year, it feels, it's super tight, but then they see, I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff out there, they see viewership falling off, or they see like, people not into it, or they see you guys are just not enjoying it as much, and they try to open it up a little bit, later on in the year with the tournament, after the tournaments, after the kickoff tournaments or what have you. Is that how that kind of goes?
They patch the game during
this. So like, is it constant adjustments? I guess.
It's nothing. So it's on a much smaller scale. So when retail drop, if something wrong with it, millions of people complaining, and it don't matter what they do. It's either too easy or it's too hard. But so in the league, it's only a small group of people. So but they will patch it. They do make patches in the game. But what they was doing in retail this year like you say, they just touching that notch. And I don't think about it because I'm gonna be like, man, this sucked. But I already know I'm about to go next 15 hours to figure this out. So for me, I know I'm about to put the time in, but I ain't never really think about it like that. Because for the people who don't got that much time to master it, that'll suck for them. I got no choice to figure it out. That's how I put food on my plate. So for me, I'm gonna go figure it out. But in the league build, they have changed some stuff, but not as much, because like you say, that ain't, because a team, let's say on patch 1, these people buying into the NBA, these teams spending their money. If they team doing really good on patch 1 and they hot, and then you go patch it, all of a sudden they bad. Hold on now, you changing the rules while I got the advantage. So they can't do too much of that because they got their money involved into it. So little different, but they do make some small adjustments.
Okay, because I know like League of Legends, they have what they call. So they used to have, they used to always be one patch in the rear, and then I think you guys play on live patch, or do you not the actual
Similar.
retail live patch, but are you guys like they'll do some stuff to the builder maybe during the week, but they'll tell you, hey, it's gonna feel different in practice, but you're not going. This is not what you're gonna be playing on Saturday or what have you.
But they won't touch like if. So they'll let you know like this is what's about to happen. They used to y'all know how y'all remember how 2K was. They'll drop a patch and wouldn't say they won't give you no details. So they used to do they used to do that in the league, but we like something feel different, dog. They
exactly.
Nah, we play it too much. We know, but they used to do some of the same stuff. So now they'll let you know, like it's Monday. This is we got this whole list. This the 10 things we changing for next Monday. When next Monday hit, this patch dropping. So they're a little bit more forward on letting you know exactly what's being touched and tweaked.
That's
right.
Dope.
All right. Well, that makes a whole lot of sense, because like I said, I think a lot of people just feel like they can do it, but they have no idea what you guys are up against with a constantly changing landscape. You got to deal with guys that's right there, like y'all live in a y'all share a dwelling, and you're playing beside this person. So the same thing that I can say crazy to you when you 900 miles away, I might not be able to say that same crazy thing with you sitting right beside me. And even if you're doing, you let it slide, I might remember that a little bit longer. You might have to, you're gonna have to see that dude later on.
Yes,
so what I wanted you to do is, can you speak to it a little bit about the conditions of playing, and like with your team, and how the dynamic of playing with the team that you're actually living with versus playing with the team that you are just over the internet with.
That's a different element. So when we go to draft, people talk crazy on the internet, right? This is every platform all across the board. People talk crazy. But the thing is, like you said, you about to go live with these people. This is about to be your brothers for the next 6 months, whether you like it or not. Now it is trades and you can't cut people, but the teams that have problems, they don't win. So everybody trying to, they trying to be, friendly. But like you say, the people who end up talking crazy, and then we get, let's say somebody, y'all play with somebody, they talking crazy, and then bro get in person, and bro 5'5", 115. You come on, baby. Like, come on, baby. Like that, so y'all understand, because we meeting at the end of the day, you feel me? So it's so now this person, he used to going, that's his personality online. And that's where he comfortable at. But bro walk in 5'6", 115. And now his whole demeanor changed. Now he can't be the big dog in the party no more, because we grown men around each other now, because so that element is there. So now just off of being in person, ain't nobody even said a word yet. He know that won't fly. So now his whole game thrown off. He already uncomfortable. So we ain't played a game yet. We ain't had a scrimmage yet. Just by walking in the room, the element changes. It's that in person, that's a different
psychology
monster.
aspect of it.
Yeah, it's a different, all that take place. That's a different monster. Because we're gonna figure out how to work as a team. If not, we're gonna go be men. Like you gonna get like what I'm saying. It's that element is there 100%. That changed the ball game.
So do y'all try to tell them like, hey man, like once you notice it, because like you being a leader or what have you, do you kind of just say, hey man, I noticed that that might, because obviously if you understand just telling us that it's throwing them off their game, that they can't be who they want to be, or they can't be their character, then you obviously understand that that's part of their game or what have you. So do you just kind of, how do you kind of try to make them feel comfortable? Or you just kind of tell them something like, hey, you can do what you do, just don't be too crazy with it, or too disrespectful, or too whatever. Like do you kind of like pull them to the side? Do you just everybody try to make them feel comfortable? Or how do y'all tackle stuff like that when make people get a little bit more comfortable?
I'm old school. First day, it's day one. That's on the table. Day one in front of everybody. Listen, we all grown men. When you make money, I make money. We bust a cut down the exact same. So we gonna get onto each other, but let's respect each other as men. Let's keep it 2K because we all grown men at the end of the day. So let's respect each other, but at the same time, like you could be who you could be. You critique him if he taking dumb shots. Like, hey, bro, chill out. Like, you ain't gotta be selfish. We could work this out. But yeah, that's up front. That's off the rip. But to be honest with you, if we see somebody, a lot of that stuff go into play when you draft them. So if somebody talk a little too crazy, I don't even want to draft bro because I already know I'm gonna have to yoke him up. I don't even, and now my job in jeopardy. I don't even want to.
Are there any fights? Are there any fights, man?
Oh yeah, they keep it under wraps.
That's what I'm saying. I played college and we fought a lot. So when Draymond knocked out Poole, I was like, that's normal, bro.
It shouldn't hit internet.
It's normal, man.
It's a little different. Yeah, but y'all probably come from somewhat of a sports background. So I got to play college for 4 years. So when I get frustrated with my teammate, me and my GM go back and forth all the time because I hooped. So when the box out drill came, man, forget that ball. Whoever I had a problem with, I'm running at him full speed. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. But you can't do that in a 2K environment because it's different with gamers. And I'm a gamer, so no shame on gamers, but it's different. So yeah, I still struggle with it. So the fights don't happen. It don't because everybody gonna break it up, but no, they go. People go at it. Some stuff doesn't happen. Yeah, it's done being a lot of altercations that it won't hit the fan like that because you don't want the bad publicity.
Right. Of course.
You think about it, man. You got 5-7 grown men in a room, and everybody done made it. You know what I'm saying?
That much money on the line.
You know what I'm saying? It's there.
Cats got families, and it's like, yo, you just took 10, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm thinking to myself. Now this is just me thinking to myself. We just played a tournament. We lose because somebody did something dumb, and you just took 15,000 out my little boy's mouth, and you laughing? Nah.
Yeah. It's different. Nah. It's different. But look though, Jay. So let's say it's so political, man. Because let's say now you in the right, because I be feeling the same way you feel, right? Yeah, so I'm like, man, cool. You missed a shot. You my brother. It happens. I miss shots too.
Right.
But you gotta still carry yourself a certain way now. Don't just troll me. But let's say you go spaz. Now your whole job and opportunity on the line.
Exactly.
Because when you go snap on bro, he going to HR. You gotta have some conversations. And everything gonna film.
So it's a different type though, because I fought with a lot of teammates. I even fought my coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was one of those. I was, man. Which is where, like, every time I fought my coach, they made me captain. It kind of calmed me down. But we would just fight and it would be good. We hug after, we good. Next day, we good again, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't none of that. But again, dealing with gamers here.
Correct.
So, yeah.
That's a different era, though, Brute, what you talking about. I be needing therapy with my GM, man. I be having to sit down and tell him, like, I don't even know if I could beat bro, but let's go step outside for a little bit. He might get the better of me. I don't even know.
Exactly.
I don't know, but we at least gotta see. We two grown men. We can't do too much yelling back and forth to each other. But that's but it's different. Gaming environment is different, man. You got to be a little bit more delicate. You gotta. It's a different approach to it for sure. But the altercations happen. They definitely happen.
Right. Something I wanted to ask you, and I don't know if you asked the upper ups this why do y'all start the league so late, bro? Man. Y'all pretty much start the league right every year when the game is dead, which means less people are interested in watching 2K. So I think that's doing such a huge disservice to your league, man. Like y'all need to launch maybe a month after the launch for the latest.
Now, this what they need. They need people like y'all inside of they marketing and they marketing strategy rooms. They need to get. So I sit down like the head guy, the CEO just left. But couple of my ideas came to happen. Like I'm telling them they gotta, because once I started doing content and I understood the money that started to come from it, not on a major scale, but the viewership wise of it, like, and it's like 2K, like you say, like before we was talking on here, 2K already starting to advance, and we ready for 25, baby. At this point in time, but we just started, like you said, so we starting when it's dying, and so I'm telling them all the time. As soon as I started content, man, I'm getting 100,000 views on a video in September. Man, we need to we got a tournament for fives called Tip Off. We need to be tipping off on the new game a week before it happened. The game already done. A week before it happened, we need to be the first ones touching it. But that is so much like stuff, because you got to think that the dev, and it's only a certain amount of devs they got. The devs doing the regular game, and then our league build is a completely different game. So they would have to construct a whole new game. That's why so when you was asked earlier, that's why I push for the retail. Just give us the retail version. We'll play on it a week before it jump off. But nah, you're right, man. So to me, right, if you thinking of that, for me, if I'm a 2K League CEO, why is Brute thinking of that? Why is my group not saying, let's figure out how to get that happening? You know, why are we not starting in September, at the very worst, October? Like, if you asking that question, that should be number one on top of the board.
Yeah, the way I see it, just like, pros lead the sport of basketball, IRL stuff, so that people could aspire to be something, you know what I mean? And be a pro athlete. I think you guys should be leading the way for 2K players to aspire to be pros. And it's always seemed like this, because I met a lot of people through filming, recording the 2K League and live streaming it before, they had their channel set up and everything. But what I mean to say is, it just seems like it takes a back burner to NBA 2K when it could lead the way, if they just put it at the forefront.
Depends on how serious. It depends on how serious they are. So if you think, so 2K, like you said, they got the professional side to it, and then they got just the regular side, the 2K side, the retail side of it. If I'm the dude running 2K, I'm not catering to pros, because to me, I'm looking at pros. Y'all put a lot of time into my game, but y'all ain't making my game no money. Y'all the ones that's bringing in viewership, bringing in eyes. Y'all the content creators are the ones pushing the brand. They the ones that pushing it forward. So they gotta cater to that a little. They got not even a little bit, but a lot more. And if you just try to throw that pro side above kind of what else you doing, I don't know what they'll think of the money breakdown and how would it look. If that makes sense. But we had these conversations all the time, man. And it's the 2K League pros really good at the game. But y'all, if you take the 2K League out of it, as good as they are at the game, y'all make way more money off of them from 2K because of the way y'all approach it. So if the content is going like push the game forward, if the content is what's making the money, then the league, like they ain't worried about the 2K League, because 2K League ain't bringing in the viewership that the content creators of the game bring it in. If that makes sense. If that makes sense.
It makes sense. It just seems like there's been a failed marketing budget for the 2K League to put it at the forefront.
I think it's doing a disservice, man. I hear a lot of people always talk about 2K League viewership being low, but it's just at the wrong time. It's just at a terrible time.
It's a horrible time for them to start the season. And I'm the biggest advocate that we need to be playing at the beginning. If we want to give ourselves a chance to grow as a league, we need to be in the front of it. But at the same time, man, 2K League players, they lazy on the aspect of content creation. So we know
I want to ask you why more 2K League players don't do content like you do. Like
I'm lazy on it, right? So I started to do it and figure out let me try to do this, that, and the third. But man, you put so much time into being good that it's really, really hard to. Y'all know how it is editing and trying to get 100%. Your perfect view across, and the time that this ain't a learned skill for them. They don't know it, so they starting from scratch. So a little 10-minute video they trying to put out might take 4 hours. So once they start touching that, I'm done with it after 1 or 2 of them videos. I ain't got time to do it.
I get it.
So it's a time aspect of.
Can I say that I would love to cover the 2K League. Like, I would love to just make videos about each individual game and players, but I feel like 2K is not giving enough effort on the 2K side to market it so that when I upload, it's gonna get that viewership. Yeah. If I attempt, you feel what I'm saying? If I attempt to do a 2K League video right now, I'm only gonna hurt my channel.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're forced into this
But
Huh?
that would be completely different if they dropped if the league was
Thank you.
launching
Yeah, at the
earlier.
beginning of the year,
Yeah.
right?
That would
Yeah.
be completely different. It would
Mm-hmm.
be in the mix of everything. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
I,
saying?
I I think next year, man, they're gonna have this. They got this. We had this conversation. This ain't been talked about publicly. This is
Yeah, yeah.
amongst the players that we know, but next year might be a different turn to everything we've been seeing. I won't say too much on
Okay.
it, but it might be a different twist, a different turn. Because the things that y'all are saying, they're having these talks too. It ain't like
Nice.
they
No,
hire
no, no.
100 idiots.
Nice.
They know they trying to grow it. They trying to make it
Right.
bigger. But it's a lot of it come down to the players too, man. Like it's you got to do that. You got to do that content aspect of it, and if you want to be
I
successful.
but it could be easy too. Y'all could do like vlogs and stuff like how I
Right.
actually recommend,
You
stuff like
into
that.
it. You into it. You know the game. So at this point, it's secondhand nature to you. But for somebody that's playing the game 8,
Yeah,
12
yeah,
hours a
like
day,
yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
ain't
yeah,
even
tough,
yeah,
yo.
comfortable in front of a camera,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's tough.
it's a foreign language to them. It ain't they ain't even comfortable sitting in front of the camera half the
Mm-hmm.
time. So then not no less to come across entertaining. So it's a different
I
monster,
got
man.
you. Are there different budgets for different teams?
So yeah, 100%.
Mm.
And then they want to try to keep it as you don't want to make it an unfair competitive advantage as far as this team
Yeah.
spending a million. Everybody want to go to the team
Mm.
spending a million. So, but yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely like for me for the last 3 years, I'm the only one in the NBA 2K league that's had everything paid. Like normally you go 6 months on, 6 months off. And when you own 6 months, they pay for everything. You don't got to worry about nothing. You pay for food. You don't got to worry about no light bill, no water bill, no
Oh.
internet, no house rent. You don't worry about nothing. They even get you transportation to get to work. You don't got to worry about
Oh.
nothing. So for the last 3 years, I've been in market for 3 years. I ain't you go for 6 months and then you leave for 6 months. I ain't left in 3 years. I'm the only one in the league that's had that opportunity. So my team will spend more on that than the next team would. Certain
Mm.
teams got different, like certain people get Uber budgets. They get Uber Eats budgets. It's different.
Wow.
But yeah, it's different budgets for sure.
Ain't that something?
Right. You
Yeah, it
think
makes
that's
sense.
because of how you market yourself? Because you stand out.
Yeah.
You could see that you understand entertainment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
You understand it's a
I'm about
game, yeah, but
the
not just
innovator
about the
of
game.
so
the
yeah.
innovator of the
Yeah,
floaties.
how dare you
Yeah.
create that
Like that,
swimming?
like did they give you something off the floaties? And and are they
Nah.
gonna put the whistle in the game? That's what we want
How
to
the
know.
hell you create that
They
swimming
Yeah,
I
that's
character,
mean,
funny.
bro?
because hey, this joke out there with floaties, the duck, the doggone goggles
Yeah, I ain't
on
gonna
with the
front, bro. First time I saw that, I said, "Oh, hope Bear ain't losing it, bro." Yeah,
hey,
that was my
dudes
first
get
thought.
flooded. Well, we said
Yeah,
flood alert, man.
yeah, that's
True
a nah.
entertainment, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's different, man. It's understanding it. You know, if you're a hustler, then you're gonna figure out how to make the money and get it from whatever angle. And I need to be around more stuff like this, man. Because the people who I'm around, they just want. I need to be in these type of environments like right here more because it make me want to. I slack with the content. I won't. If it's easy, everybody have it. So you got to put
Right.
that time in. You got to put that little extra push, that little to keep it rolling. But yeah, man, it's so for me, I understood they would hire guys like y'all to come to these events and they were paying for appearances, paying for their time. And I'm like, dang, I might be getting just as many views on my post as Shorty getting, but y'all ain't throwing me a dime. And so then they started to tell me, well, he got this on the following. This is what his following looked like. So I was, all right, let me go see if I could do this, that. So I just understanding the game and
Yeah,
then being a little older too than a lot like man,
exactly. I see
yeah. So
that.
being just understanding it, man. So it's definitely that aspect of me making a conscious effort of like, all right, I got to learn how to run Adobe Premiere, and then I would have to like I used to go home. So the first 3 years I go home to North Carolina, but my GM, you need your org to back you too. He'll fly me in to sit down with the Timberwolves producers, like the actual production team. Go sit in and go take 4-hour classes with them. Sit like they'll help you out. They're gonna teach you. They gonna so then I got my editing skills a little better than then I bet now I can do the basic stuff I needed. Whoop de woo in the third, but
Nice.
Yeah,
all the resources are there. It's just up to that person to take
yeah,
advantage of it and market and use it. So it's a well-oiled machine. You got because people would think, oh, NBA 2K, and when you go there, like in our facility now we in the biggest mall of America in Mall of America, Minnesota, biggest mall in
Right,
America
right.
now. So we there, but the first 3 years, 4 years, we was at the facility right upstairs. We walk upstairs and you got cat practicing. You got all the NBA players. They right upstairs. They practicing. And then on the left side of the building, like inside of the same building, the right you see the gym. The left door, all 175 workers. And then you might be walking upstairs. You might see somebody got a whole PowerPoint presentation on Bear the Beast, and they trying to market you to Adidas. They doing the sale point to Snickers. They doing the
Ain't
sale
that
point to
something?
HyperX. So it's a different. Man, it's a lot behind it, and
Beautiful, man.
it's and that's why I say y'all might say like, man, you different from the players. Man, somebody gonna come do it way bigger than I ever done it because I don't
Hopefully.
even go as hard as I should be doing it. But the platform and like everything you need, it's right there in front of your face. You just gotta go grab it.
Mm, mm, mm.
That's crazy, man.
That is
Truly
Um,
enlightening, bro. Mhm.
Yeah. I think I ain't gonna lie. I see a lot of league players that should have a way bigger following. A
Yeah.
way bigger following, man. And I'm
Yeah.
not talking about Twitter. I don't think you make a lot of money off of Twitter. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
think dollars and cents. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
I do think dollars and cents when I see that type of stuff, man. I see
Y'all know
they're
the
leaving
game
a lot
though.
of money on the table. Exactly.
So it's
And
like when y'all, that's the knowledge y'all know. Y'all been in that lane, y'all been doing it. And then, so for me being on the other side of it, I make a video for Twitter, go run it up 20, 30, 40,000 views, no money come off of it. Then you need to you need to switch in the league need to do a better job of like almost forcing these people to create content and
Right.
making them get monetized and that thing. But at the end of the
And
day, they gotta want
that's
it.
how I look at it. That's why you're gonna barely see me comment something on Twitter, right? To be honest with you. What I'll do, I'll make a video about it. I
Right.
will. Then I'll post that video on my Twitter.
Yeah. Nah, you. Hey, look, until you start making money off of it, you
Yeah.
don't. And then
Mhm.
the crate man,
There's
man,
the grind. King.
just for me being with the NBA, I know people. So because then you starting to meet people, then you starting to network, and then old boy might tell me he just did an appearance for.
Mhm.
He got 500,000 followers, and he just did an appearance for whatever, $5,000. Me, I got 40,000 followers on YouTube. But since I'm connected to the NBA, connected to
Yeah.
this brand, Bear, he go
Exactly.
whatever. He go 10. He go 75. Like, but mine a fraction of what bro got. But since you connected to that machine,
Mm.
so it's a different monster to it, man. That's why I'm like I need to be in these environments because you get that extra little motivation you need to keep it going. But if you don't know, man, you don't know.
Right,
It's
right,
tough.
right,
All they
right.
like 2K all players we know is playing the game. That's what we know.
Right.
I'll feel you on that, man. I gotta ask you this, man, because this has been a huge debate amongst comp and casual players, man. What direction do you prefer 2K to go in? Like either the sim direction, the more realistic direction, or more arcade-ish direction?
So from being a hooper, so for me, whichever one could bring the most viewership to the game, right? So now I would like to say that's going to be more of an arcade-ish type of feel because
Mm.
how much fake basketball are people really trying to watch? So if we get too real or too comp, then it's like, bro, go outside and hoop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of my argument to it. I'm on it like I play the game at the highest level,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna lie, it gets boring, it gets repetitive because when you viewing it, we all doing the same cheese move, and it's only about 2 or 3 of them. We all doing the same fast animation. We all using that one best jump shot at each position. So everything visually, it's all the same. And it'd be fun to me to go into the park and play with a 96 driving dunk and actually see a contact dunk that I ain't seen all year because I've been running. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
for me that whatever is the most fun. And I think I don't mind the Sim Nation. I don't mind. I actually like it. I don't know, man. For me, I like to see all aspects of it. I kind of like what they hit with the park, and then you got your rec, and then you got your pro-am, you got your matchmaking and pro-am. They try to hit all levels of it, but whichever one bring the most viewership, I'm for me personally, I'm
I
down
think
for
that's
it.
the problem with the 2K community because most people only play certain modes, and 2K
Right.
has so much different things they touch on. Like even like the play now, that's all I used to play in college
Yeah,
with
me
my
too.
friends. We used to put
Yep.
money on the line, play now. You pick your team, I'll pick my team, and that's
Yep.
what we're going at it. That game is almost dead right now to
Yeah.
most people.
Mm.
Most people
Yeah.
just go straight to my career, and that's it. And that's how they base how they view 2K. When they got so much more, man. Um, a
What
next
y'all
thing,
think? What y'all think
oh,
about that? I'm interested to hear because I get to see the
yeah.
professional sides of it and what they think.
Mhm.
And they always favor comp. So me trying to do
Yeah.
my little content that I do, I see the more casual side of it. What y'all think about that?
Want me to lead it?
Yeah.
I would say I would like it's similar to what you said. I'd rather see more, not fully arcadey, but more arcade style. Like there's these 2K recently introduced something called the Impact Engine.
Okay.
And that Impact Engine is what changes a lot of our aggressive dunk animations into layups. You know what I mean to say?
Oh,
And for the sake of realism, they incorporated this into 2K. And I coming from the era where we were yamming on everything and it
yeah.
felt good. And not only that, it was like a 50-50 chance, because the defenders, they got the aggressive swap block animations, not snatch, but swap. It's like,
Right.
mm, you know, and that used to be in the game, and it was always fun to see the animation play out, which may be more arcade style, arcadey reference, as opposed to the realism of this impact engine and changing everything because the two players impacted. So I would lean more towards arcadey than sim.
Jay.
Um, I just needed to make sense. That's
You
all.
ain't lying.
So if I'm open, I want to hit my shot, provided I do all the right things. If I'm standing smack dab in the middle of the paint, I don't, and I'm 7 foot,
Uh,
and the dude is 5'5". I don't want to get
mm,
dunked on. And I really only thing that's really making me mad right now that I feel like is just over the top arcade. I don't even care about the meter dunk. Hey, get meter dunked on all you want. But the fact that guys right now can go in there, turn off time and just make any layup they want to on you, like that's a little bit OD. So I don't want to see if there's a such thing as a good balance, I'm okay with that. Like if we're in the park and you make all the layups you want to. As a matter of fact, if you go to theater, because the lowest level
Okay.
uh is theater no squads. That's the lowest level. So let them make all those layups in there. Do
Okay.
whatever they want to. Then you come to the park, it should be a little bit tougher. We really shouldn't be seeing that in the rec as much unless you're very high and he's very low. And then in pro-am, it should balance out somewhere. So I just feel like if there's a such thing as a good balance, and I think they're on they're trying to get there with the pro play. I don't know if it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna get us too far away from what we expect from 2K, but I'm interested to see it. I think that they've made some good strides this year toward a good balance, but at the same time, we see we see what some of these animations are capable of and all that. So I think right now where we are is cool, except for the ridiculous layups that some people can make.
Yeah. Me personally, man, I don't care. To be honest with you, I'll play whatever 2K, man. Every year I reset my mind and just see what they drop and I figure it out. That's my approach. That's
We
always
gonna
been
play
my
it.
approach for 2K. So that I don't even stress out the stuff that people stress about, I don't. That's
mm,
why people always be like, "Bro, why you don't do this on gameplay?" I'm like, bro, I really
mm.
don't care. I'll figure
Yeah.
it out, bro, and find a way to be successful with whatever system they drop. You know what I'm saying? So
Has
I just
pro
try to have fun with the game, bro. It's a video game.
facts.
Right.
Has pro
A video game.
play affected y'all gameplay?
So explain. I don't even know what.
Well, have you
Explain.
noticed the effects of pro play?
Explain the pro play to me.
All
Well,
right,
these are
pro play
supposed
is
to
it?
be. You want it?
Yeah, yeah. What pro play is right?
Mm,
It's just a new system that replacing mocap, pretty much.
mhm,
So it's add realistic animation. So they could now, like if Kyrie do a crazy crossover, a new crossover that they never seen, they could go and take the recording and put that into the video game, right?
mhm.
Okay.
But it
Got you.
takes more time. Now they slowly transitioning us using ProPlay because it does take some more time, and they have years of animations they've been using over the past few years that we see, they keep bringing back. So that they just slowly putting it into the game right
Yeah,
now.
we don't see none of that because we nerd
Okay.
it out. We nerd the game out.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Yeah.
we don't even enjoy the beauty of
Yeah, yeah,
the
Yeah. Y'all
visualization of
just
the
go with
game.
what works, and
What
that's
yeah. They
works.
go with the
and
cheesiest
that's
stuff.
it.
That's it.
And
And
The cheesiest
Yeah.
stuff.
and
if
I
it's 15 animations for the guard, we all got on the same 13. So we don't even get
Mm,
to, we don't enjoy the beauty of the game.
right. And I think
ain't that sad?
I think a lot of where the reason
Yeah,
that
that's
you might not see it as much is because what we
Right,
were saying,
right.
was the pro play animations are the ones that really make you play the game a certain way. And we as 2K people, we went and found all the animations that weren't pro play, and we're gonna use those.
Yeah,
And if it's 10 of them in the game next year, we'll be using those 10
yeah,
and exploiting those until it's 0.
Just
Then we'll go to
zero.
the pro play animations and figure out which ones of those are good.
correct.
Because it's only one good pro play animation in the game that everybody using, and that's T-Mac jump shot. That's
Yep.
it. That's
Okay.
and
Yeah.
probably Steph Curry, and that's it. Ain't nobody else using no pro play stuff because you can't glitch out of it and all that. And the only one that you could was Magic Johnson crossover, and they fixed it. So
Yeah, see that's we look the new Devin Booker. We on that, so that's
Mhm.
we
yeah,
going
exactly.
for all the cheese. We ain't worried about that.
Right.
Don't you done seen all the animations in the game at this point, so there's no point in like I don't when I'm thinking about this because I don't never have these conversations with my peers, right? So
Yeah.
there's not really no animation in the game I haven't seen, so there's not really a play that somebody gonna make and I'm gonna be like, yo, that was dope. I done played the game 15 hours for the last 4 months straight, so like I done seen everything. So that's not I don't get wild by them plays. It's or I don't even look for that no more. Yeah, so
Right.
we stay far away from that. We
Like
want
you
the
said, you ain't gonna. They don't have really high dunking bills and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You
man.
gotta,
Like I'm still being wild because I just like recently I've been running with a 99 driving dunk and I'm seeing some crazy pro play animations. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen these dunk animations. I'm like, yeah, yo, I don't see none of that.
Yeah. And if you look at the little edits that my man does on Twitter, like he'll make the player and put all the pro, and it literally looks like him. That's what that is. It looks like the player playing. He'll cut
Yeah.
from this guy to, cut from that, and it's some in the background, some
It's
music
definitely
getting copyrighted
it's
on
not the most
YouTube.
competitive way to play for it.
No,
Yeah, I
no.
think that's fire content. I think it's dope
Yeah.
Great
content.
content. Yeah.
I think it's like, but if it's if he ever was to try to come out and do that against
Yeah.
people that
No, it ain't
play,
gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
it's
of course.
over,
not gonna
man. It's over.
It's
So
not
we don't even associate
Yeah,
Right.
with that type of play. But when I'm scrolling for content, it's dope. It's fire.
Yeah. You're
Exactly.
probably the first competitive player that we've heard say that it's dope content wise. But because the first thing they're gonna say, I ain't gonna work, I ain't gonna work. Like, bro, nobody cares. That's not what it's about. It's just
Right.
supposed to be visually pleasing. That's all.
Right.
Right.
But they don't see a lot,
They don't
and we
understand. They
be
don't understand.
a lot of they don't. So man, you should hear something like we'll have orientation or we'll have player meetings with the uppers and some of the conversations and things that they want in the game. I'm just like, man, y'all don't understand half of what's going on about the real world. So but it's just it's a different, it's different.
Yeah. Speaking of the real world, I know we about to get up out of here, but speaking of the real world, man, I would be remiss if we didn't, we know you hustler extraordinaire. You got to tell these boys about the career after 2K house flipper number 1.
What you know about that? Hey, look, what you
Oh man, I look at
what
all your content. I ain't one of them people. I'm watching all that. You got your second rental home already? What's going on?
Yeah, I saw that.
I put this on everything I just love, bro. I'm my boy messaged me now. I told him last flight leave out at 6:37 tonight. So I already missed it. But I was trying to fly out because I gotta fly out tomorrow. And y'all know, I mean I'm glad you asked me that, long story short, I ain't gonna kill y'all time, but I bought my first property about in July. So whenever that was, however many months ago that was, and then I just bought my second when I just closed March the 1st. So I'm gonna flip this one though. But yeah, man, so I graduated I got a bachelor's, and so I love that basketball field. Come from a basketball background, so coaching, and before I got to the 2K League, y'all probably Josh Howard that played for the Mavs. I was on the coaching staff and helping kids come to college, man. Recruiting them, and I was recruiting for college, and I love helping the kids get to school, education, go get come to sports. We can give out scholarships, so I was recruiting, but that's why I kind of stopped a little bit with as much grind on that content, because I always wanted to do real estate, man, and I finally got my hands on it. And the type of person I am, I just work, man. True story, bro. I woke up and I went to sleep probably 2, 3. I wake up at 6 and my mind just racing and I'm fidgeting. And Shorty hit me like, dude, what you doing? Like, and I can't stop thinking because I'm like, I just paid 70 for it. I put 10 into it. It's gonna go for 140. And I'm like, bet, let's hurry up and fly home. Let's go get the contractors in here. Let's make sure buddy ain't trying to rip me off. So I'm gonna have 3 of them come meet me on Sunday. Whoever give me the best deal, the best work, gonna get the price. I'm flying back out, get my realtor on it, go go sell it, and then I'm looking for the next hit. And it's I literally got to fly out in the morning, probably 6 o'clock in the morning, to go hurry up and so yeah, that's it though, man. I done fell in love with real estate, and if it ain't gonna be at this point, it's you can't miss off the real estate investment. I feel like, but if it in coaching, man, I love to get back to the youth.
Did you see yourself doing this? Is this something that you aspire to be? Is this a dream come true? What is Bear? What is this to Bear?
So
What's your experience this life?
right now, man? Yeah. So I always try to have a positive outlook on life, right? So it's we all come from similar circumstances, and a lot of people don't come from much, but the opportunity that I've been presented, and I'm always tell people like, man, if you somebody giving you good advice somewhere and the opportunity is going to present it somewhere, you just got to go get it. You got to make it happen. So a lot of people will tell, like, they'll say like, man, people only make $40,000 in the 2K league in 6 months. And I'm like, yo, that's a blessing. You ain't got to pay no rent, dog. Like, y'all boys 18, 19 years old. That's it. That's if you could save up 20, 30,000 in 6 months, shorty, you did it. Like, that 20 could turn to 40, 40 to 80, and then you off. But yeah, man, for me, it's to me, man, I'm one of the, like, I don't know how I got here in life. I don't know how it happened. I don't know like why God put me in this position. I don't know why I'm walking in those shoes, but I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take nothing for granted. Like, just sitting down, being able to talk to guys that, as far as content, because I feel like for me, being somebody in life and having people respect what you do was important for me. So then I got guys that I'm sitting on a podcast with this super successful in their field, and I get to sit down and talk to them. I think it's dopest thing in the world. But then the before I got to the 2K league, I had my own furniture business, so the hustling aspect of it, I always I grew up with my dad, and it's growing up with a black male in America is like I didn't grow up with my mom. I grew up with my dad. This is a little different field growing up. And this like he's real, like, this is a real nigga. That's a real. I ain't 9 kids in the household, and it just that was with Grandma Millie and Grandma Aunt Murray. That was it. So it's like growing up with him, like he taught me, man. That dude taught me the world. But yeah, I don't, man. My outlook on life is 6 feet above, 6 is way better than 6 feet below. So it's I go on that whole. I give you $1 billion today. Would you trade that to die tomorrow? Nah, I'm trying to live. So I wake up like, shit, I'm a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mindset every day. Like, I won, I did it, I woke up. So yeah, I didn't never think I'd be here though. I never thought it to turn into this. I just be, wake up, thank God, just even my mind is, I could think and to move the way I can move, because it's everything that's going on to me is just a blessing.
That's a great way to close it right there, man. I ain't
Big
gonna lie
facts.
to you,
Big
man.
facts.
All right, y'all got any final words before we head out, man?
Well, I want to add that, one, it's been a pleasure having you on, Bear. I share the same exact sentiment. This is
Right.
all new to me, and every day I'm truly appreciative for the position that we're in, because the same way you said you're here on this platform, it's still surreal to me as well. I watched Brew and Jay. I remember when Jay first gave me a shout out on his video and how geeked I was and excited. I remember when Jay first hit like on one of my tweets and I was geeked. And I remember talking about you, Bear, and everybody around me talking about Bear. And I'm like, who's Bear? Like, what's going on? And then I look at a video and see you in a rubby ducky. And
I ain't losing. I promise, I ain't losing.
Nah, but we need to stay grounded, man. And I appreciate you sharing that message, man.
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. This is dope. Just from watching y'all, for a minute, and y'all keep grinding, man, because it inspires and motivates somebody like me. I might get off the track, but y'all don't even know it from afar. Just seeing y'all stay on the grind, and you know what I'm saying. Then me getting to come here is like it's always motivating, inspiring me. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the love y'all been showing too, and I wish y'all nothing but the best, dog.
Same here.
Same to you, my G. Appreciate you blessing us, man. For real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan, bro. Trust me, I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. Same back, man. Same
Mhm.
back.
I'm a fan, man. I'm gonna continue to support you, my G.
Big
And
facts.
of course, chat. Make sure check the description. Subscribe to my guy, man. Great
Mm.
content. Great
Mm.
content. Trust me.
Appreciate y'all
Link is in
for
the
showing
description.
love, man. I really do.
Don't know, my G. G, you got anything, man? Are we good?
Nothing, but they need to go back and watch that video where he said if you suck at the game, you need to don't even shoot the ball unless you in take or have some take going. If you don't, yeah, that's because a lot of people they need to think about that. You can get take a lot of different ways. You can play defense, you can pass the ball, you can do all that stuff. Stop trying to come out there playing with us and shoot the ball if you know you're not that good with at least not 33% take something in it.
All right, yo, man. We good, man. Have a blessed one till next time. Be safe out there, y'all.
All right.
Peace. I know, man.